Greetings to all Zelda fans, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is here. You can now play this game fully into your PC, either in 4K or a 1440p resolution if you have a high spec of a PC, but also you can run this into lower end of PC as long as you follow all of my settings here. So first of all, what you need is that you'll need to have a copy of all the 3 files that I've highlighted here in my desktop. You'll also need to install an application called Ryujinx. Ryujinx is a Nintendo Switch emulator. You can play any Switch games into your PC as long as you have all of the 3 files here installed in Ryujinx. So let's open a web browser here so that we can get Ryujinx. So just type in Ryujinx emulator in Google search and hit search. The first result will always be ryujinx.org. That is the official website. Click on the Get Started button. And now you can choose on which installer you want to install. So there are 2 installers for Linux, so be sure to get the one that you need. And if you're from a Mac, be sure they are MacOS 12 or later version in order for you to run Ryujinx. And if you're from Windows, be sure they are Windows 10 or Windows 11. So since I have already installed this into my Windows 11 PC, so I'm just going to skip on the download and installation process because that is really easy to do, really straightforward, and that anyone can do this. So go ahead guys, click on download, install it into your PC now. So I'm just going to minimize this and I'm just going to assume that you have already installed Ryujinx. So go ahead, open Ryujinx again. Your Ryujinx emulator, if this is your first boot up, will not be able to play any Switch games yet, and it will not look like mine because mine has been fully set up. You will still need to have all of the 3 files here installed Ryujinx so that Ryujinx will be able to detect and play Switch games. So what are these files? These files are the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware. Both should be in version 18.1.0 in order for it to play The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And the file format of the game should be in NSP or XCI file format. Now, if you're asking me on how to get all of these 3 files, the most legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console which you have fully modded and have installed a custom firmware. Because if it has a custom firmware installed in it, that means that you can fully access your Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have access on those system files, all you have to do is just look for the keys and the firmware file of the Switch. Once you have done that, zip them, transfer them to your PC. Now, in order for you to get the game, there's no other way around this, but you should purchase the game legally. Own the physical copy of the game wherein you have purchased it from a physical store. That will help the developers massively by buying better games so that they can make new ones. And once you own the game and you have the physical copy, you can now digitally back up that game into an XCI or NSP file format, just like right here. Now, if you don't have a Switch and want to try out this game and don't know where to get all of these files, all you have to do, guys, is just prepare your mobile phone, scan this QR code here with your QR code reader, and you'll be redirected to the page wherein you can get all of these 3 files here. So take note of the files that I have highlighted here in my desktop, get a copy of them into your phone, and then just transfer them into your PC via USB cable. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that you have already done that and that you have the files. So open Ryujinx again, go to File, go to Open Ryujinx folder. Locate on System folder and open that folder. Open the keys zip file in the desktop and just drag and drop the product keys and title keys inside. Copy and paste them here, and once you're done, close in this folder. Now install the firmware of the Switch. So just go to Tools, Install Firmware from XCI or zip file. Locate on that firmware file and hit Open. Ryujinx will say that we'll have to install this, so hit Yes, and it will say successfully installed. You know that is successful because right down here below it says version 18.1.0, the same as our keys and firmware. And if you have a Switch game already into your PC, it will now be detected and it will show you their game icon. So if you see a game that doesn't have a game icon, that means that you're using an outdated firmware or an outdated key. So be sure to only follow the QR code that we provided so that you only get the latest files to play the latest Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Now, go to Options. Go to Settings. So if you want to make your Switch games run perfectly into your PC, you will need to optimize some settings here. So be sure to copy my settings and be sure to pause the video and copy every setting you see here, okay? So these are my settings for General tab. The game directories where you'll store your Switch games. It can be anywhere into your PC as long as it is an XCI or NSP file. Now go to Input. It's better to use a controller rather than mouse and keyboard. That's why I have connected my Nintendo Switch Pro controller, so if you have an Xbox or PlayStation controller, connect them here. Map them up according to your liking, but the dead zone for both left and right sticks, you should change them into 20% or 0.20 here. Okay, that will eliminate the drifting into your controller. Once done, go to Keyboard and Hotkeys, These are default settings. You can change this to whatever you like to if you want to. Go to system. You can change the regional language to anything you like and whatever you prefer. And once you're done, go to CPU. So PPTC and host uncheck is the setting. Now go to graphics. Graphics backend is in Vulkan API. Preferred GPU is your dedicated graphics card, and you should have a dedicated one, at least a GTX 1060. Features and enhancement. You should have enable shader cache, enable macro HLE. Resolution scale is in 2 times resolution, so that the game will look much sharper, much more beautiful in the Switch. But if your PC cannot handle that, then revert back into native. And if your PC is powerful enough, then it can play 4K resolution too. Now go to anti-aliasing. It's in SMA Ultra. If you're having performance issues, change this to none. Scale filter is in FSR and it's set to 100%. And anisotropic filtering should be auto. Aspect ratio 16:9. Graphics backend mode with threading should be on. Then go to audio. SDL2 is the setting, 100%. Network, if you want to play multiplayer and online, so be sure to change the settings here. And once you're done, hit apply and hit OK. Congratulations, your Ryujinx is now fully capable of playing any Switch games into your PC, such as the all-new Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. So, a little bit of disclaimer, I'll not be able to show you guys any gameplay at all of this game because we all know how strict Nintendo is, and if I showed you a gameplay that the Echoes of Wisdom is running into my Ryujinx, then my channel will be taken down, my videos will be taken down. That's how strict Nintendo is nowadays. So I hope you guys do understand on that part. But as long as you have followed all the steps that I've shown you in this guide, you'll be able to get the game, you'll be able to run and optimize it perfectly to run into your PC. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process of this game, then just leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer all of them as fast as I can. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.